Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly.
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Erik,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it. Oh!
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Erik.
And Rick.
And this week we watched Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, directed and written by George Lucas, starring Ewan McGregor, Liam Neeson, and Natalie Portman. IMDb synopsis: two Jedi escape a hostile blockade to find allies and come across a young boy who may bring balance to the Force, but the long-dormant Sith resurface to claim their old glory. So what'd you guys think? Also, I cannot say Liam Neeson's without saying Liam Neeson's now because of, I forgot their names. Key and Peele, just so you know. Did you ever see that skit?
Well, plus the whole hullabaloo when he said that he was mad at somebody or something in the internet and how everybody hates him.
Liam Neeson said he was, everybody hates him?
No, the internet hates him, I think.
Oh.
I think he said that he was on some talk show and there was something that happened to one of his buddies that had to do with race or something, and then he made it. I don't remember. It was silly. Like he didn't do anything. He just said for a while he didn't like some group of people, and the internet's now he's terrible. And he's like, he literally said in the thing that it was that he regrets it or whatever.
Regrets it?
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah,
he
it's right
can't.
here. I'm not racist. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I can't say Liam Neeson's name without saying Liam Neeson's. So,
Liam Neeson's?
yeah. You gotta watch the Key and Peele skit, all right? It's
Okay.
fucking hilarious.
Never seen it.
They're
I gotta
like-
say, I'm kind of happy Jason's not here for this one
Because you would love this movie?
because he hates this movie, and I mean, I guess so. Watching it now as an adult, having seen the other ones a lot, right?
Yeah.
Because when I first watched this movie, I'm not gonna lie, I could not sit through a Star Wars movie. All right,
Yeah.
I was an ADD, 13 or 14, whatever age this was, whatever we were at. I don't know.
We were in high
But I had
school.
ADD.
2000.
Yeah.
It was 1999, so it was like freshman year of high school.
Okay, so let's see, 1999. I was born in 84. I can't do math. Can you guys do that for me?
Nope.
What is that? That's 15. Yeah.
Maybe.
Were we 15 when we went to
Um,
high school? I guess we were. Man,
It
okay.
seems wrong.
Yeah. I know, it feels like we should have been older,
3
but it's
plus
probably
4
right.
is 7. No, I think it is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I was 15 and I had, and I had hurt my eye. This was the summer that I'd hurt my
The
eye.
summer of
The
Eric's
summer when
eye
Eric got shot in
injury.
the eye
Summer-
with a BB gun.
The summer
The
of
summer
Eric
of the
bringing the Christmas Story movie to real life.
Yes.
Yes, I did. Well, my brother, no. See, they said you'll shoot your eye
That's
out.
true, that's
What
true.
they did not account for was like, so a Christmas Story, if they would have given Randy a BB gun, and Randy was a psycho killer like my brother, I mean, bam. Randy would have been like, hey, bitch, bam, shot him right in the fucking eye, and then been like, well, I didn't mean to do that. Well, what did
Damn
you
it.
mean to do? I don't know. I meant to shoot you in the. I meant to shoot you in the nuts. I'm just a really bad shot.
Meant to shoot you in the forehead, and you moved.
Yeah.
It's your fucking fault.
I
Shouldn't
meant to
have
shoot
moved.
you in your good eye, but I missed. I hit you in your bad eye. Fucking dyslexia,
I was
right?
trying to help you get a robot eye. If I shot you in the eye, I figured they'd give you a robot eye.
Fuck, you never know. That might be like one of them things where like I'm 70 years old and I'm like, fuck yeah, I got a robot eye. I've got predator vision. You have no idea how ecstatic I would be if I had predator vision. Like heat vision.
You're
like the
talking
Predator.
like full on, like you can switch between different spectrums or just the heat vision.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Like switch between like ultraviolet, infrared, like the other infrared. Because since there's like high wave and low wave or something, I can't remember
Yeah.
the exact
Just be able
terminology.
to see
And then maybe
sounds.
something cool like T rays, right?
The hell are
'Cause there's
T-rays?
X-rays and then there's no. I'm serious. There's T rays, which is like a less powerful X-ray where you can just see. You might be able to see through people's clothing.
Okay.
That way I can be checking out, like I can go see Jason Momoa and see what's going on downstairs.
I want you to know that when I look up T-Rays, I just come up with bar and grills.
Yeah.
Really?
That's all you get. You get T-Rays. You can find every T-Rays bar and grill in the world.
Uh-huh.
Oh fuck! I did. Oh, that's weird. So yeah. So I seen this movie. I was like, this was the first movie that actually got me interested in the Star Wars universe and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie. All right. When I was how old is Anakin in this? 8, 9, 10?
Ted.
I think they're supposed to be 10, but he definitely looks younger than that.
Okay. So when I was 10 years old, a lot of people are like, Anakin is an annoying motherfucker. He narrates stuff too much. He talks to his robot, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, that's what little kids do,
The
though.
kid the kid literally acted like me as a 10-year-old. I told adult stuff that was inappropriate. I got my first laugh for a semi-big audience. So we were out at work, and there's these fucking mosquitoes everywhere. And this guy goes, "Oh my God, this mosquito's sucking my brains out." And I go, "That mosquito's going to be starved," or something like that. And everybody's laughing because the guy was kind of a dumbass.
Yeah.
And, he didn't even have a burn for me, which I was happy about. But I mean, everybody laughed. That was the first time I was like, I kind of like that. That was nice, But I said stupid stuff,
Yeah.
And so I know what it's like to be that kid,
Yeah.
So I was like, ugh. So everybody's like, I fucking hate Anakin. I'm like, they would not have liked me as a kid. At
Well,
all.
I mean, everyone kind of hates Anakin, but I think most people kind of hate Anakin for when, he was older and he just became a whiny little bitch.
I mean, he was. I think it's just tough. Like little kid actors is just rough. Kid's in a huge movie, and I don't think the writing was very good for this movie.
No.
It was like Natalie Portman's a fucking amazing actress.
Yeah, she is.
She was horrible in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that goes towards the movie just being poorly written. It was just not like George
The
Lucas
thing
was
that I really-
weird. So
Yeah. The thing that I really noticed about this was how different the feeling, like this felt like, okay, so like the other movies felt like a dark kind of fantasy, but it was real. This kind of felt like you took that and then you made kind of like a theme park out of it.
Yeah.
And, you can take the kids along, and
well, it's
You
very
know,
much
it's
what they've
kinda
done with
cheesy,
Star
but
Wars
it's
since,
okay.
though.
What's that?
It's kind of what they've done with Star Wars since, with a lot of the cartoons and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think the movies are still they still have some dark stuff to them, which is fine, but like the newer ones.
Well, the newer ones, they literally had a fucking death squad land and just start opening fire. So,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what they did, is they took the movies, like these movies, like out of the prequel, I think the last one might be my favorite, just because, well, it's hard to say. I really wish they would have done more with General Grievous as a character.
Yes.
Oh, God,
I think he
know.
needed a lot more screen time.
Yeah.
Even in the Clone Wars animated series, he needed more in there.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
the only one that really did him justice was the Jendi Tartovsky's animated one.
Yeah.
And he's in that. And I mean, he's like the big bad of the Clone Wars.
That was the long Clone Wars movie, right? Before the Clone Wars
Yeah.
TV show came
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of it has some pretty cool Mace Windu stuff, and it has kind of like that Dexter's Laboratory cool anime thing going on with it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty good. That might be one of my favorite films, or whatever the hell you call it. I liked it a lot because it had General Grievous, and he's like just destroying crappy Jedis.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he
I mean-
literally has, 6, 8 fucking lightsabers. So
He's probably got more than what you see on
Yeah,
him,
those
too.
are just the ones
Oh,
he
yeah.
chooses to keep. Like,
Well,
on him.
what's funny is you see how he gets his cough, because Mace Windu does that to him.
Yeah, he crushes his lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I gotta say, there's one thing that's always bugged me about the fight scene in this, right? So
You're talking about
the Darth Vader,
Darth Maul,
Liam Neeson fight scene.
Liam Neeson's, yeah.
Darth
Darth
Maul,
Maul,
for
yeah.
fuck's sake, Darth Vader. Well, I mean, Darth Vader did have some fight scenes in this. He shot. I gotta say,
he
if you're a
accidentally did
profes-
some stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you're a professional pilot and a fucking 10-year-old kid flies in and destroys a hangar, and you didn't know how to do that. You
He
should
fucking-
literally
he
go
was,
outside
he
and
was-
then just throw yourself off a cliff.
He was on autopilot almost the whole fucking time too, until he flies into the hangar.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it was
Well,
like,
it's the Force telling
now,
him what to do.
okay. Look, you see, now this is what the enemy was looking for, right? They weren't looking for some ship on autopilot. They're looking for ships doing, like erratic maneuvers and shit like that, tracking on these. They weren't expecting one ship just to take a straight path, straight out.
well, those battle
Head
droids
straight in.
those battle droids are really dumb. They're probably
You
scanning.
know?
They're like, oh, there's a robot. All right, we're cool.
Yeah,
There's a droid
you know,
flying
they
that. We're
didn't know what
fine.
the fuck, like. So it's like, okay. It's like wearing a clown costume when you go to Vietnam. You know
I
what I
hate
mean?
you, Ricky.
Like they're all
You're gonna
looking
get
for
shot
soldiers.
so fast.
No.
You're gonna get destroyed.
No. You see, look.
Oh my god.
You see, look. The Viet Cong are gonna be out there looking for soldiers. They're not gonna be out there looking for a clown. Okay? Like
They're gonna shoot the fucking
so
clown,
You're
though.
perfect. You're
They're
perfect.
gonna annihilate that clown. You're gonna find out that the Viet Congs, the Vietnamese, have some old fable about how clowns rape your butt or something, and they're gonna be out there with punji sticks, and you're gonna be out there with like stuff coming out your intestines that went up your butt.
Ricky
dressed up
really,
as a fucking clown.
Ricky really just wanted to do a Family Guy joke. Is
I
what he
did.
wanted to do.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing out now. I think maybe you need to watch that.
So yeah, besides this movie being pretty poorly written, I think he went so far away from the practical effects that he usually does with this thing that it looks bad. I don't know if it looked bad back when we watched it when we were 15. Maybe it looked totally fine then.
No,
but
it
it
looked
does
great.
It does not age well. You look at Watto, you look at Jar Jar, you look at any of the fucking
Yeah.
Gungans, you look at pretty much anything in the fucking movie. It looks bad. It's
Yeah.
like a cartoon on the outside. It's like Space Jam looked better than this. So
Yeah, this movie for me with the graphics is getting a huge nostalgia pass. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding you. I didn't even notice that till you started talking about it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it is pretty obviously CGI. It doesn't look that great.
well, it's why
I
I,
mean-
like the way they did the new movie, the new trilogy is you know, a lot of that stuff is practical effects again.
Yeah.
You know, they went
well,
back
that's what
to
they
doing
should
that
use.
stuff. Yeah, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Star Wars is. It's not a bunch of fucking animated cartoon things everywhere. It's a fucking bunch of puppets running around, which is totally
Well,
fine
puppets
with me.
look real though.
Yeah, they
They're
look way
real.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, so the fight scene between Darth Maul and Liam Neeson, this has bugged the shit out of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're standing there, and they're in these force fields, and I'm thinking to myself, why doesn't Qui-Gon do anything at all to him? He has the fucking force.
Yeah, but so does Darth Maul.
is clearly not very proficient force user. It's like canon stuff.
Yeah, no, I know he's not proficient. He's not like a fucking Jedi because he was trained to fight. Because
Yeah.
Sidious didn't want him to be strong in the Force. You know, he taught him enough to be faster, stronger, and all that stuff, and you know, a little bit of sensing some shit. But other than that, he didn't want him to be able to take him out because he wasn't looking for an actual.
He didn't want to be able
apprentice.
to teach him how to force choke. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
he breaks the rule of two, is what he does. He's not trying to make somebody stronger to make the Sith stronger. He literally just wants to stay, you know, the lead Sith all the fucking time. So,
Well, my question is, why didn't Qui-Gon just shove his ass into the other side of the force field? I mean, or smack him back
Yeah.
and forth a little bit. You realize
Yeah,
what that would have done to him?
would've
If he
fucked
just
him up.
started smacking him into the wall using the force, like just force grabbed him, was like pow, 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 broke a couple bones, that guy's done.
well, you
What's
also
he do? He's like,
Well, maybe
I'm
he's
fucking
just not
old
strong
and
enough.
tired.
also, I mean, you have Obi-Wan there. Obi-Wan could have fucking done the Force stuff while he's behind the Force fields, because I doubt the Force fields are stopping the Force, you know, from being affected
That's
on the
what
other
I'm
side.
thinking.
So Obi-Wan's affecting Darth Maul with the Force while Qui-Gon fights him, and then Qui-Gon probably would have survived that.
Yeah, I mean,
Here's a
you could
question.
have literally just slowed his movements down, made him easier
Why-
to deflect and kill.
Or here's an easy one: just use the force to pick up his lightsaber while he's trying to wield it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got to
So
fight
guess
that the whole
what?
time.
I don't give a shit how fucking strong Darth Maul is. When you pick his lightsaber up, so he's completely stretched out.
Yeah.
unless he can just sit there and hold himself doing a pull up and then try and like spin himself out of the way, he's a sitting duck. And then it's just like go to town on him, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe it's just that's probably why I would never be a Jedi, because they'd be like, we don't need people like you in this order.
It's like, what, talking fucking common sense in a battle? I mean, come
Yeah.
on, people.
Also,
I mean,
okay, so you got these weird shield things. I assume they're there to protect some fucking reactor thing, but they open and close. Why don't you just hit the fucking the emitters with your lightsaber?
Yeah,
Just blow the
you could
fucking
do
thing
that
out.
too.
Yeah, but then again,
I
maybe
mean-
maybe the explosion would have been too large and potentially, injured or killed him.
He's a Force user. He can fucking deal
Worth it.
with it. Yeah. Then fucking
I mean, for Qui-Gon, he died anyways. Who gives a
Obi-Wan
shit?
Obi-Wan could have had a sweet ass robotic arm later on. Then
Oh,
Yeah, that
hell
would have
yeah.
been nice. Would have been nice.
So I think one of the things that's going to really be terrible about these movies in 10 to 15 years. So pretty soon we're going to have robots that can walk around and do
yeah,
stuff, right? Probably not for 10 to 15 years. But the thing is, I think the AI is going to outsh the robotics part. All right, so like right now we have AI. I think that's better than the robots in this.
yeah.
And pretty like so the robotics once again like our actual usability is like behind, so the AI is going to be way better. So the second that those robots are actually usable, the robots are going to be like so much smarter than us. I feel like they should delete this movie just because it's going to insult the robot overlord, and then they're really going to be mad at us.
Well, I think that's like kind of the point with these guys though. Like the B1 battle droids aren't supposed to be smart, or even the B2s. They're just drones, so that's why they have the master control ship above. That's the smart thing. That's the thing that controls it. If you watch, remember in the animated series and stuff like that, the Clone Wars stuff, a lot of those guys are led by other generals, not just robot generals, but like, other things like that. And there's some robot generals that are, autonomous and stuff like that. So
slightly, better AI in them to.
Well, a hell of a lot better AI, not even slightly better, because I don't think the B1s have. I don't even know if they have AI at all. If besides like this is how you walk, this is the walking algorithm, this is the shooting algorithm, and we're just activating this thing. They don't have like a planning thing. They're told by the master control ship.
Here's the thing though. Why wouldn't they have all right? We all got to agree that if all of those B1s had as sophisticated like a 280 IQ, there isn't any like 15 of them are going to be able to take out an army.
Well, I wonder if like the Star Wars universe is like it would take. If you look at the other smart droids, they have a bigger head than those B1s. The B1s have a real skinny, small head, enough for like a fucking antenna array, and that's it.
Yeah.
Where they probably don't. They didn't want to make them bigger and bulkier. Even in the B2s, all that stuff is just giant armor, and things for rocket pods and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that is just like they don't have the space in their head to hold it, which nowadays we're like, well, we could definitely fit way more into that size of a head. I don't know what George Lucas is thinking of, but I don't know. Maybe that's their whole, thing. They just don't have a big enough noggin to do it. You take that fucking head off, put a better head on it. Those fuckers probably be a hell of a lot smarter.
Well, and then here's this factor, right? So I've been watching Game of Thrones and they have giants on there. I'm going to tell you right now, if you made a giant the same size as the giants on Game of Thrones size robot.
Fuck yeah.
You're first of all, every single guy that goes like all those clones are gonna be like, are you fucking serious? We're supposed to try and kill this thing? Fuck that.
Well, we kind of get
You're
that
our boss. We quit. Fuck it.
We do kind
I
of
don't
get
wanna
that
fight.
in Clone Wars too, though, with the big ass ships. You've got like the huge fucking the huge transport ships, and there's like big crazy wheelie ones and stuff like that, and on Geonosis and stuff in Clone Wars. So,
Well, I mean, if you've seen 10,000 giant size, like size of the giant in Game of Thrones robots coming at you with big fucking guns and maybe even an axe or something,
yeah.
and you're a clone, you're gonna be like, guys, you guys just want to throw ourselves off the bridge? I think it'll just be a little easier than this. This is, I mean, guys, we're down to the point now where it's like, what are we doing here? I mean, we could literally have the same odds of like beating a cliff by jumping off of it. This is dumb. Let's not do this. I mean, because that's where you'd be at.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? It'd be like,
Lots and lots
Well,
of
it would- it
rockets
would-
is what it would be.
well, it would be like, how many rockets do we have? And the guy's like, oh, we got like 25.
Well, and they have
Oh, shit.
at that point the clones have better walkers than the Empire gets later on. Like the Empire's got these super tall ones, I guess enough
Yeah.
so that somebody can't jump on, but they're easy to tip over. Where the clone walkers are a lot closer to the ground, so yeah, somebody can climb onto it. But I imagine there's no fucking way a fucking a speeder is going to be able to shoot a harpoon into it and knock it over. So
No.
those fucking walkers in the clone. Plus, they have bigger fucking cannons on those clone ones.
Yeah.
They have like a huge fucking
Yeah,
like
monstrous
turbo
fucking
laser
cannons
on the
comparatively.
back of those Clone War
Well,
things.
I mean, the Clone Wars, they obviously missed a huge opportunity because the entire way to grind all of those robots to a screeching halt is to just get Jar Jar a job there at the factory.
yeah, just have him run through. He could,
fucked.
you could dress him up as a Geonos and it'd be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, here's what's funny about Jar Jar, and this is like a little bit of a joke at Kelly. Watching Jar Jar fight in those battle scenes honestly reminds me of playing games with Kelly, where she's just doing shit.
God damn.
Accidentally
What
killing
the
a bunch
fuck
of shit.
are you doing? And she like accidentally kills like big stuff, and you're like, okay,
All right.
I
Sure,
mean, you
keep
know.
it up.
good job, Kel.
Uh-huh.
You know, she's
Uh-huh.
she's
So,
a real
yeah.
character.
Yeah, damn it.
It just reminds me of that. I'm like, oh shit. That's like, I think we were playing some Destiny Strike with Kelly, and she's just like running away from shit in a circle, and Jason and I are just shooting the crap out of this enemy while it's chasing Kelly, and it worked out great. But the whole time I'm thinking, how in the fuck has this guy not killed her yet?
I've taught her well.
Yeah,
A runaway tactic.
she's saving it. It was hilarious.
Run away.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Goddamn,
so honestly,
everybody-
my favorite part of this whole thing there is the pod racing,
Oh yeah.
and I'm saddened that this is literally like the only time you ever get to see it. Like one short little blib of pod racing, and boom, it's over. Never get to see it again. It's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool.
It's
Like
really
that
cool to watch.
fucking sucks. Like I mean, pod racing is fucking awesome. Like you guys remember, growing up playing the pod racing game, so
Fuck yeah, it was fun as fuck. It was great.
game was fucking awesome.
So Jason missed
Yeah.
out. I was going to buy that game and let him play the pod racing game while we talked about it. I was going to put it behind us. But no, he's not here, so he doesn't get to play pod racing right now.
Well, why can't I play pod racing?
Because you have to fucking talk. We don't have enough people to just have one person pick off.
I mean, that's a great idea by Steve because, I mean, guess what? If Jason was here, he'd just be like, this movie fucking stupid and sucks. Wait, I got to do more high pitch. This movie is really stupid and it sucks.
Damn it.
True.
It's really dumb. I have no idea what the hell he says. It's been so long since I've heard him complain about
Say
anything.
something that would be bad for the mics.
Yeah, some
Oh,
yeah.
racist, sexist. Something.
Oh man.
I mean,
But yeah, I mean,
So-
that really pissed me off that like they never bring back pod racing in the movies. It's like it seems like that'd be a really big fucking sport. You know what I mean? Like,
I think this
Yeah.
all just goes down to like just the George Lucas thing. He just doesn't. When he made these new ones, he didn't really. He just made it what he wanted, which is fine. Like I get, like this is what he wanted to make. I think the whole time, like this is the fucking thing he wanted to make back when he made the original Star Wars and stuff, and he just didn't have the technology to do it.
yeah,
But he doesn't know what everybody else wanted. Like we wanted more pod racing, we wanted more Darth Maul. The only time when we got more Darth Maul was when somebody else took over for the writing. When we got Clone Wars and stuff like that.
yeah.
So I don't know if maybe that was all planned by Lucas. Who fucking knows? Maybe
Yeah.
that's in the weird Star Wars Bible that he made. But like this introduces one of the best villains in the fucking Star Wars universe. Just like after he leaves the Sith is when he's actually really fucking cool because he's thinking for himself. He's got some shit to work through. He's fucking insane. And
Well,
when we
yeah,
first
he's a
see him-
maniac.
Yeah.
Well,
But then
you
when he
know-
finally gets his shit together and gets into Rebels and stuff like that, dude's fucking like he's scary. Like how good he is at
Yes, he is.
being the thing he is because he's not a fucking Sith at that point. He's just a dark side user. It's kind of like Ventress, Asajj Ventress in the Clone Wars stuff. Once she
Yeah.
leaves the Sith, she becomes a really fucking good character. instead of just being a slave to these fucking dark wizards. So that was another one. Okay, so they're talking about taking Anakin. You're not going to be a slave anymore, but we're going to take you and you're going to be a slave to the Jedi instead. It's like, come on, you basically just traded one he's been enslaved by one person. Now he's enslaved by another group. So
Yeah.
Watto didn't really seem like that bad
he
of a.
didn't. He did not seem to like. Yeah, slavery shitty, but he didn't seem like he was like beating the guys. He wasn't selling. As far as we know, he wasn't selling people out to, bang the kid or some shit or his mom. So I feel like, Watto
Well, his
probably
mom
wasn't that
worked,
bad.
What, in a restaurant or some shit? Or
I don't know what the
a
fuck his mom
cleaner?
did. We never see her actually do any work. We see her at the house.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she does.
Maybe he just had her folding his laundry and he shits his pants a lot because he's a whatever the fuck he's called.
Giant
Toydarian?
fucking bug fucking
Yeah,
monster.
Toydarian. I was gonna say Targaryen.
He's going to take the Iron Throne.
That's actually really close to Toydarian
yeah.
and Targaryen.
Fucking
I'm
Watto
like,
on the
oh.
Iron Throne. He's like, you want to buy the kingdom? I'll sell it to you.
God damn.
Real good price.
The red god tricks won't work on me.
Oh, man.
Oh, damn it.
Oh god, I feel so
fuck.
sorry for any of the women that he would get married to. Oh, it's almost as bad as like poor Princess Leia with fucking that fat piece of shit Jabba
Jabba?
the Hutt.
Yeah. Wasaduba.
Yeah, he's over there just like,
Ugh.
oh man.
Oh, man. Jabba
You know what
looked
Jabba
fucking
the Hutt
bad in this movie,
literally-
too.
you know what Jabba the Hutt's doing? He's doing the fucking alien version of hentai with her.
Yeah, he is. He's doing it with all those girls, though. Like the fucking
Oh,
Twi'lek girls
God.
and stuff, so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
man.
I don't know. This movie it's pretty nostalgic for me. It's because when I was a kid, I did not get to go to the movie theater
Yeah.
hardly ever. I can count on one hand the movies that I seen in the movie theater till I turned like 18. I seen Indian in the Cupboard, Men in Black, Star Wars, and The Matrix. That's it.
I mean, they're all
The
pretty,
Matrix one.
that's they're all besides Indian in the Cupboard. I mean that's probably fine when you watched it as a kid.
Well, I mean, I was in third grade. It was a great movie.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
liked the movie a lot when I was in third grade. I mean, but the other ones, like I did see all the classics as
Yeah.
far as our generation movies go. You know?
Fucking Matrix was amazing in theaters. That first
That-
movie is ridiculously awesome.
I gotta say, that's when I was like, boy, I hope I'm not in the Matrix.
It really
in
made
the
you question
fucking
everything.
Uh,
I'm like, damn it.
have
I'm
we,
so shitty at.
Have we done the Matrix
No,
yet?
we have not.
I'm surprised.
No. It's a
Because
classic.
we're worried about after the Matrix. We're worried about having to watch the other Matrix movies, which are nowhere near as good as the first Matrix movie.
I love. There's parts of the second one that I really like.
Well,
There's the
still-
fight scene
Yeah.
with the in the courtyard or in the like basketball court. Probably my favorite fight scene in a movie ever. With the I really like the music. I like the part where he rips out the tetherball pole or whatever the hell it was,
Yeah.
and then just hits one of those just like domes one of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever been
know,
hit
it
in
was-
the face with the fucking tetherball ball? That shit hurts.
Yeah,
a lot.
dude. I played. Okay, so there was a kid that Steve and I went to school with, named Chris, and he was in my elementary class. And that kid came from Texas, and I guess in Texas, wherever town he came from, tetherball was like the biggest fucking thing ever because that kid had his own fucking tetherball, and he destroyed everybody on the. All right, we were in third grade, and he beat sixth graders. That kid could hit a fucking ball like nobody. He'd hit that fucking thing at 100 miles an hour. So yeah, I've seen stars. That kid hit me in the fucking face so hard I seen stars.
Oh yeah.
It was like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, well, anyways, he was super good at fucking playing tetherball. But it was fun. Like he brought something to the school. Like nobody was playing tetherball before he came along. We were all out there playing like push the girls down and
Rock fight.
nah, we weren't really big. We were pine cone fights, mud fights, throw mud at the girls.
Hot Wheels
you know,
cars.
Yeah, do stuff like that. I was pretty big into like making shit up and getting kids in trouble. You know, like yeah, that kid over there, he's got fireworks in his backpack. He says he's gonna light them off in your car to the yard narc.
Damn it, dude.
Just, I mean, how many times are they gonna fall for that? Every fucking time, every time. And it's like, there's like a group of girls, and one of them that I thought was, cute. I'd be like, hell yeah, they got fireworks. We're gonna set them off, and the yard narc could go bust them. And I'm over there like, stupid idiot. Why would that even be the thing? But nowadays, nowadays I totally understand it. But back when we were kids,
Yeah.
nobody was doing any of that shit. Man, that's scary. But the fucking Star Wars, right? So we got so many things in the movie that are pretty cool. Like that could have been better. It's like they had a lot of crap in the movie that you really didn't need to see. And then there's a bunch
what the
of
hell was up with that whole fucking midichlorian thing?
Oh God.
Like,
why'd you even have to bring that up?
That was like the first and only time I've ever heard of this crap. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, so like what you're telling me is I can go out there and fucking like drain some Jedi's fucking blood, steal his midichlorian, and become a Jedi myself? Is that what you're telling me? Because they got the equipment in the back, and that's what I'm gonna do, regardless.
Like wasn't to you guys as well. Wasn't the whole magic of the Star Wars universe with Luke and all that was that anybody could learn how to use the Force if you just figured out how to do it? And then they add this crap in there where you have to be special. Yeah. Oh, you have to have this special thing. It's like, damn it! Can we just not have that in the TV shows? It's like. If I want to see that, I'll just watch fucking Spider-Man, and he can have been bit by a radioactive spider, or watch fucking Wolverine because he's a mutant, right?
Is this the only time they ever mention that though? Did they mention it? As far as I know,
this is the only time I remember them ever mentioning the whole midichlorian thing is in this movie right here. I don't even think they mentioned it in the other prequel movies.
I don't think they did either.
Yeah, I think this is just it, and I think they got so much probably negative feedback on it. They're like, yeah, cut that idea.
Because I know in the newer movies, like Luke basically just goes away from it. He doesn't really say, he doesn't say midichlorians. It's just the Force,
Yeah.
But also, he wouldn't have been taught that thing because he wasn't taught, the same way other Jedis were taught back in the day. So I don't know.
No.
Well, the person who taught him was the person who fucking. Failed the fucking, Jedi Order and let loose fucking, a Darth Vader on the world. Went out there and killed a bunch of kids.
Yeah. I was watching this guy's YouTube channel. He talks about Qui-Gon Jinn, and he's like, Qui-Gon Jinn would have been able to teach Anakin to not be a dildo.
Yeah.
And I totally would believe that because he made it, he helped Obi-Wan not be a dildo. And some people are better at being teachers than they are at doing the thing.
Obi-Wan didn't want to be Anakin's teacher anyways. He just did it because his master wanted him to.
Well, could you imagine? I mean, like, Qui-Gon Jinn was a legit Jedi master.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan was like barely a Jedi when he starts training Anakin.
And I feel like it kind of goes that way after that too. It's just like continuously, like somebody just barely becomes a Jedi, and then they start training another Jedi, kind of thing. So
and you're like, why? Why wouldn't you give them time to become little seasoned in the the ways of the Order?
Well, I mean, and what the hell is Yoda doing that's so important he can't train Anakin?
He's out there hanging with Chewbacca.
He's smoking a lot of space weed.
You know what he's doing? Nothing. Like he's over there like, well, we're really worried about his training. Well, how about have Mace Windu train him?
He's teaching the younglings.
Plo Koon.
Don't you remember the second one? He's teaching the younglings. He's like showing them the galaxy and stuff. He's in the library teaching them some shit.
Oh, yeah, because that's what we should do with like probably one of the best teachers that the Jedi have him be the guy who runs the planet area.
You couldn't have like a scholar or something like that go out there and teach these fucking kids this basic simple shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's like let's see. I've been watching a lot of Scrubs. I watch a lot of Scrubs. It's like when like one of the like Dr. Cox or whatever comes in and takes care of one, like Dr. Kelso comes in and just takes all the interns and stuff like that. He's just doing it like that one time. Somebody else teaches this shit usually. Yoda's like, well, I got to do some kind of teaching today, so he just walks out there and grabs these younglings like, all right, you guys are gonna learn this thing. I'm not doing a Yoda voice. I don't even want to attempt that.
Yeah, no
I might be
shit.
able to do the voice, but I don't think I can get the right syntax the way he talks. So
I could probably get Kelly to come over and just tell her to do bubbles, and she'd do a perfect Yoda.
oh man. So yeah, like Yoda doesn't usually teach anybody. He just sits back and is fucking thrown up in the tower and naps.
Yeah, fucking
And
nap.
smokes
Well,
space
it's
weed
the-
with Kiati
Yeah.
Mundi. Whatever his
It's the
fucking
high
name is.
and mighty sickness.
Yeah.
You know, like the best guys should be like that's what he should have done. He should have been like, well, this kid is like super powerful with the Force. If this goes wrong, this could be a disaster. Like that
Well, they
should
already
be
knew
obvious to
what
anybody.
was the alternative. They knew, okay, this kid is probably going to be the one to help bring about balance, or the other part of the whole prophecy that we're just at the same prophecy, just the other part of it, or he's going to be the one to completely fucking destroy everything.
Well, the problem is balance is not like George Lucas doesn't understand what balance means.
No, he fucking does
balance
not.
means even on both sides, and he's
Yeah.
not balancing
Yeah.
the Force because there's only 2 Sith. That's not balance. That's heavy light side, little dark side. Yeah, the dark side is stronger. Like the dark, the Sith people are stronger. Individually.
Allegedly.
Well, Sidious is
I
stronger
mean, they
than.
get the shit kicked out of him. I mean, look at Darth Maul. He's over there like dancing, doing all this cool stuff, and
But he was
fucking
intentionally
Obi-Wan
trained
whoops
wrong.
his ass.
Have you ever
Obi-Wan's
watched-
still a fucking Padawan.
Have
So
you ever
you're
watched
saying
Kung
this is
Fu?
kinda like, what is it, Kung Pao?
Kung Pao, yeah. Have you ever watched Kung
where
Pao?
Where they intentionally train the guy
Darth
wrong.
Maul was intentionally trained wrong. He has to go and get real training after he gets his arm. Yeah. He has to go
God damn
get
that
training
fucking
after
movie.
he gets his robot legs later on because he's intentionally
Oh,
trained
yeah.
wrong by Sidious.
Did we watch Kung Pao?
No, we have not watched Kung Pao.
I think we need to watch Kung Pao.
I don't know if Kung Pao's
I-
on anything
I
that we
agree.
own. So.
I'm gonna have to buy that son of a bitch. It's a great movie. So yeah,
God
I mean,
damn it.
well, if that's the case, then okay. So like Obi-Wan fights Darth Vader,
Yeah,
kicks his ass.
yeah.
You know, he literally cuts his ass in half.
That's when he's still like, just learning kind of thing. He's still an apprentice, still low level kind of thing. He doesn't have all his shit together, so he
I
killed,
don't- one
he
of- I
killed a
guess
bunch
one
of
of the
younglings.
things-
So
Well, one of the things that bugged me is like Anakin is in this movie is clearly like pretty gifted and intellectually.
yeah,
He's fixing robots. He just figures shit out, right?
Yeah.
And this to me seems like a kid that when he grows up is gonna get way smarter, not way more stupider.
Well, when he fell in the lava, it fried his brain a bit, and kind of fucked that. whole
I feel
situation
like
up.
when he goes
When he-
and when he's in the Jedi training, they probably keep him so busy with everything else that he doesn't get a chance to actually learn anything real. He learns how to use the lightsaber and probably try to focus the Force, but he doesn't get to do any mechanical shit. So he doesn't get to go build shit like he was at in Watto's shop and stuff. So
Well, I'm not even talking about that. He just like so Anakin figures stuff out in this movie that helps everybody out because he's smart, right? But in the next movie, he doesn't figure anything out at all. He's just an idiot. Like he's a whiny idiot. He goes from being like a gifted, smart little kid to a
little
whiny
turd.
moron.
that's what puberty
not
does,
even
man.
like-
just fucked him up.
Well, it would make more sense if he was just really stubborn.
Yeah,
Where he's still smart and he can figure stuff out on his own, but he's just stubborn, like, no, I'm not going to do it that way. Fuck off, Obi-Wan. You don't know me. That would make more sense. Instead, he's just like, I should be the Grandmaster.
yeah. He's like, I've been training for 5 years. I should be the master of all this stuff. Why am I not on the Jedi Council yet?
Why do I have to listen to anybody about anything?
You guys
I've
have been
been in
doing
this-
this for 500 years, but I've been doing it for 5, and I should be allowed to do whatever I want.
for 5 whole years. I should be running this son of a bitch. I'm not even that bright.
So what we're saying is Anakin is a fucking millennial.
Yes.
He doesn't
Oh
want
my
to do
God,
all the
he-
work,
Yes, that's
but
exactly
he
George
also
Lucas-
he thinks he
George
deserves
Lucas
everything given
infected
to
all
him.
of us with that disease.
Yeah.
He laid the blueprint for millennialism.
So do we just find the patient zero?
I think we
Maybe.
did.
All right, well then we gotta go find patient zero and eliminate it. So who plays Anakin?
Hayden Christensen.
All right, well,
Donald
sorry,
Trump.
sorry, Hayden Christensen, but You're patient 0. You need to be eliminated.
Yeah.
Or what's the other one? What's his name? Jake something? The fuck's the kid's
that
name
kid.
in this?
Well,
That kid-
doesn't act like a millennial in this.
No, that kid is. I think he went to jail too.
Nice. He's like
Oh, I
crab
think
and got
you're
caught
right.
a growing pot in his front yard.
I think it seemed like it was something maybe meth related.
Yeah, just a second.
Seen pictures of him, and I was like, "Ooh,
Jake
well."
Lloyd.
Yeah.
Is it Jake Lloyd?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Go ahead.
so yeah, just let me know when you found anything.
He
And
was
we got
arrested after a car chase. He was running away.
Car chase?
Yes.
That does not even look like him.
Reckless driving, failure to stop, resist arrest, driving without a license. He was fucking trying to pod race. While he was doing that, he's like, now this is pod racing.
Cop pulls him over and he's all, "Fuck you, Sebulba! I kicked your ass."
Yeah.
And the cop's like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?"
Fucking
And
calls him a
that's
slave
when
now
they
and all.
meth on
Did you
him
see
and
that
they-
Qui-Gon? I won it for us.
Yeah.
He's having fucking flashbacks. He's got the opposite of what's his name? The fucking Malcolm Middle kid, Munoz. Frankie Muniz. He's got the opposite where Muniz doesn't remember shit from his childhood because of his whatever's happened with his brain. Where Jake Lloyd Jake Johnson's would be a better. Jake Lloyd only remembers his Star Wars days, and that's how he thinks he lives in Star Wars land now.
Yeah. The cop was like, "Watto, I'm a Jedi now. You
You can't tell me what to do.
kid."
Oh,
man.
yeah. I mean, this movie was
Oh,
definitely
I
not
gotta
the
put
greatest.
that on the screen.
But yeah, I mean, dude, that does not look like him at all. Like, what the fuck? Like, the kid grew up to look like a fucking little punk.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's gonna open a video.
All right, move.
Of course it is. God damn it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Of course it does, dude.
I mean,
I'm working on it.
those kind of things are pretty fucking funny. It's pretty interesting how that stuff works out with a lot of the poor child actors that just are fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
this guy's fucked.
a real testament to why you shouldn't praise your kids very much.
Just
I mean, think
neglect
about it.
them and don't ever praise
Well, no,
them.
think about it. All these kids, all these child actors that are all fucked up, they're all kids who everybody's telling me, "Oh, you're amazing. You're so good." Nobody ever says anything mean to them. They're not like, "Hey, man." You're like, okay, yeah, they're probably getting, "Hey, you fucking suck" on the side of the street. Maybe that's what happened. He got set off on that. Some guy's like, "Hey, Anakin, you fucking suck. Fucking Phantom Menace is a shit film." And he's like, "I'll show him. I'm going to win the pod race."
Oh man.
Mhm.
God damn it.
Come on, Jar Jar, let's get in my freaking pod racer and let's go off. And
Yeah,
it's just a
just
stolen
grab some
fucking
random
lizard.
lady.
Well, I would say it's a stolen lizard. He just steals a lizard and goes off smoking his meth and pod racing.
I was picturing more like he's got like a fucking Honda Civic, and he just grabs some crack whore off of the side of the road,
Yeah.
throws her in the
Yeah.
front seat. He's like, "Let's get this, Jar Jar. We'll win this pod race." And the fucking crack whore's like, "Oh shit!"
Well, the crack whore probably jambers a lot like Jar Jar, so he just thinks it's Jar Jar.
Oh fuck yeah!
So yeah.
God damn it.
Be hilarious.
Oh fuck.
So, yeah, I don't know. The actor choices in Star Wars have always been like, what?
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think Ewan McGregor was probably one of the best. He's fucking excellent as Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so was Darth Maul. The guy, and
Yeah.
Liam Neeson. Those were all three great choices.
And who was
Okay.
Liam
Mace
Neeson?
Windu. Samuel L. Jackson was great.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
who was Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson was quite
Qui-Gon
Oh,
Jinn.
that's right. Okay.
that's why I was happy when. Actually, should I spoil that? Maybe I shouldn't spoil that. We haven't watched that movie yet, so.
What movie are you talking about?
You watched the end of Solo?
Oh, Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's fine spoiling it to you guys, but I don't know. The movie's been
Maybe
out forever,
other
right?
people don't want to hear a spoiler about Solo.
The movie's been out forever, right? I could just say it, right?
Spoiler
It's
alert!
not really a
Han Solo
spoiler.
dies.
I mean, it's like a little blurb at the end. It could have been. See, in my opinion, that's who the entire fucking movie should have been about.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. So that's why I was really happy at the end of Solo to see Darth Maul in the fucking thing. Like, I really want if they made a fucking Solo sequel, that's what we should have seen was fucking, Solo going against. Maybe not going against Darth Maul, but Darth Maul fucking putting some stuff out. I don't think Han Solo would have stood a chance, at least at that time, against Maul. So
No.
I think that's who the Boba Fett movie should be. Should
that would
be
be good.
Boba Fett.
Well, it would make sense
versus-
because at one point Maul takes over on Mandalore. So he becomes there's some fucking name for him. I think he's just called Maul or something like that. But he takes
He
over.
becomes
on
the
there.
Mandalore.
No, I don't think he becomes the Mandalore, but he becomes something. He takes the planet over, or some shit like that. I think
Yeah.
that's what the new series is supposed to be, though,
So Boba Fett would get out there and fuck him up.
or the new series, new season of it. That they're supposed to release.
Well, I
for
mean
that Clone Wars thing.
that's who it. That would be a fantastic movie if they kept it dark and like had Darth Maul doing fucked up Ramsey Bolton shit. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, he takes over for the Death Watch. Like he let's see, he starts this there, like gets in there with the Death Watch to take over Mandalore and stuff. So I think that's what the I want to say that's what the new season is supposed to be about for the Clone Wars cartoon thing they're supposed to do,
Yeah.
which would be kind of cool.
No,
Yeah, it
I
would
mean, they
be.
really haven't, explored the whole, Mandalorian thing very much. So,
Well, we're getting a Mandalorian TV show for Disney Plus,
oh, nice,
so
nice.
don't know who the Mandalorian is. Doesn't really matter. I just think their whole culture thing is cool. It doesn't have to be fucking Boba Fett or Jango Fett, because I think, like, after watching Jango fight Obi-Wan in that's Clone Wars, right? Yeah, it's Clone Wars.
Yeah.
That was fucking like, I'm like, because it's like there's a theory that Jango isn't actually a Mandalorian. He's just a dude who took some Mandalorian armor, which you have to be a badass to have taken Mandalorian armor anyways. So this is a guy
Yeah.
who's not trained as a Mandalorian, holding his own against a fucking Jedi for that long. A Jedi that we know is a really fucking good fighter.
Yeah.
Imagine a fucking fully trained Mandalorian just annihilating
Well,
some fucking
he's a
squads of
top
Jedis.
10 Jedi. Like for
Yeah.
reals, Obi-Wan in like fights and stuff is definitely a top 10 Jedi.
Yeah, and fucking Jango holds his own and gets
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
So it's like, and he's taken out. It was a pretty no, I guess that was a straight up fight against Mace Windu, right?
Yeah.
They were face to face. It wasn't like a sneak attack kind of thing. So yeah, he gets his head cut off, but whatever. Mace Windu's up there in the top 10 also. We just
Well,
don't
Mace
see him
Windu's
fight.
probably like number 1 or 2.
Yeah, sword fighting, I would say probably. I think he's
know.
he's the fucking man.
Who would be one?
If it's not Yoda,
I think Mace Windu would be number 1. I mean, he's the only one. Like everybody else was getting their shit pushed in by.
I would say
General
Yoda would
Grievous?
probably be 2, and that's only because, he's probably stronger in the Force than anyone
Yeah.
else. Like actually like using the Force, or because he's a little bit smaller, so we have to use the Force more as opposed to this whole sword fighting thing.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I mean,
yeah.
like in the Clone Wars, the little animated thing, like General Grievous was literally killing every Jedi that showed up. He just was taking their lightsabers away, and Mace Windu showed up, and Mace Windu scared him. Like he's like, "Oh crap!" He crushed his chest, and he was whooping his ass,
Gave him a
and he
burning
got
cough.
away. Because General Grievous, he's pretty fucking tough, and he's clever. He got away. But I mean, like, then you get Obi-Wan, and General Grievous is severely weakened and is holding his own. Obi-Wan eventually wins, but I mean, if he wasn't weakened, would he have won? I don't know.
I don't honestly.
No?
I don't think he would have. I don't think there'd be a fucking chance in hell because
Would have been a much tougher fight.
Well, I mean, like Obi-Wan was struggling against him, like
Yeah.
already. Like he was already struggling against. Like he barely fucking won it. You know what I mean? Like if Grievous was at full fucking strength and power, I think it would have just been another lightsaber for Grievous.
And this is Grievous isn't a fucking Force user either, so
No, he's not.
he's
He's
just
not.
like ridiculous. Yeah. Well, as far as we know, he doesn't Force push anybody or anything like that. I don't know if his race is able to do any of that shit.
You
I
see,
guess he
Grievous did my idea, and he goes out there and kills Jedi, and then harvests their midichlorian, because that's a whole thing now, apparently.
he uses those extra arms and sticks them in there and just drains them of their midichlorians.
Exactly.
Well, all the nerdy research that I've seen, he has no Force affinity at all. He's just
that's what I've seen too.
Count Dooku trains him with a sword. I mean, I guess Count Dooku would probably be.
He's up there.
He's definitely up there.
Yeah.
He makes the Anakin and all of them look pretty sickly when he's fighting them, and I think sometimes wonder if Palpatine didn't order him to lose that fight to get him to cut his head off.
Yeah.
Or Palpatine was fucking with him with the Force, slowing him down a little bit, or clouding his mind.
Yeah.
And then that's why he lost. I mean, that would actually be like, what the hell? How come the light side guys don't ever just like cloud their mind? Or like, here's an idea. How about give your opponent orgasms? Could you imagine trying to fucking have a lightsaber fight and you're just over there nutting your pants?
Honestly, I don't think I want to fight that Jedi. I'd be like, dude, what the fuck, bro? Like, you're touching my no-no spot with your brain.
I would. I'd be like, let's fight.
Eric's totally into it.
Oh, all right.
Erik
I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Just rips his pants off. He's like, all right, finally a battle worth doing.
Check out my lightsaber. Oh shit! Did I get that in your eye? I'm so sorry, buddy.
All right, so after one Google search, one Google search, I found a top 15 best lightsaber duelists. Because I wasn't gonna search that hard to like kind of get a consensus.
No.
Mace Windu's at the top. Darth Sidious is at the second. I could see that maybe, but we don't really see him do much. He holds his own against Yoda pretty well, but there's also a hell of a lot more fight, Force stuff in that fight. Yoda's 3, Luke is 4. I don't see that at all.
No,
you don't ever see Luke fight, except for that last fight against what's his name? Nope, Kylo Ren. It's really
he's real good by then.
I can't count the fights against Vader because that is when Lucas didn't know how people fight. Like it was very much like a slow motion smack kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This movie does that too. Like,
yeah,
the whole idea of making Jar Jar motherfucking Binks a general in an army means that I don't think any of those Gungans had any idea a general was ever. And then you look at like pretty much all of the rebels, all of the non-Empire stuff. They're all crappy generals. Like, what has General Leia done where she should be a general?
Exactly.
She wasn't in the military. She just had some sweet ass buns.
Yeah,
that's it.
They give these people like these random, like they don't really have meaning for ranks. Like, every Jedi master, or every Jedi was a general. Every Padawan was a commander in the Clone Wars and stuff like that. Just because of what they were, it had nothing to do with military rank. You could be the fucking what's her name, Jocasta, in the fucking library, and she was a goddamn general in the clone army because she was a fucking Jedi. Granted, she is fucking badass. If you watch her, there's I don't know if it's a comic book or if it was in the fucking Clone Wars animated series. She fucking kicks some ass. So I will say, she fucking annihilates some motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, it's totally under appreciating how much there is to know about military strategy, being a good commander, getting people to do stuff for you. There's like a lot of stuff to learn in there. That's like, I honestly think you could probably start training a kid at like kindergarten age along with school. And by the time they're in high school, I think they would be like passably competent if everybody was doing that. And then you could be like college level, where you actually learn how, and then you get like a real general who's done it a lot. And, there's a lot of stuff to learn there. That's like an actual profession. So then them just going, that's like such a testament to people who don't think that those people know anything. Oh yeah, all these generals are idiots. They have no idea what they're doing. Okay. Tell that to General MacArthur and fucking, Eisenhower. Good luck with that. They beat the Nazis, for crying out loud, using like skills and tactics. They didn't just show up and we're like, well, we're gonna blow some shit up. We win. It's like that's not how that works.
That's how
They had,
every war America has ever participated in has worked. We go, we're like, well, we're gonna blow some shit up. All right, that worked.
Well, I mean, some of the time, like we had tanks that were so much worse than the Germans that it was like you need like 10 of them to beat one German tank, and they actually managed to like make plans and make it happen, and we won. Thank fuck we won, right?
Pretty much.
Could you, that'd be shitty if we lost. We'd be over here having to speak German, and all these really irritated people on the internet would not even exist anymore. Because you know how the German government would handle that.
Yeah.
Right now I'd be put under review for being some like a dissenter of the state or something. And then they'd be probably coming out here to shoot me. It'd be terrible.
Well, it's all a matter of opinion and perspective.
Yeah. So it would be like it's like the military people saying that making a movie is easy.
Yeah.
Well, didn't
It's
they do
not
that
easy.
once and they realized that this is not easy? Did they
I
have
mean, I
actual
think-
Marines playing them?
Yeah, they did. What the
Act
fuck was
of
that
Valor?
movie?
It was like Black.
Yeah.
it was like-
Is it Act of Valor?
Was it? Yeah. Okay.
I think that's what
I
Erik
think
said.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really like the fight scenes were fucking amazing.
Yeah, they
in
were
that
good,
thing.
but
That was
the
a-
acting.
I thought that was a great movie.
Yeah, but the acting from those people was not the
Yeah.
greatest. They're not actors, So it's what it comes down to. It's like, yeah, those people know how to fight, and they know how to make a good fight scene. Try to get dialogue and some other kind of just like side story plot. It's gonna look like shit.
But I'm gonna say it was a fun movie to watch just because it was like, oh man,
Yeah.
like actually seeing fucking tactics used and shit. It was
Yeah.
really cool.
Spoiler alert until the end, and you're like,
Yes.
why did they have to put this in there?
Mm-hmm.
This would have been my favorite action movie ever of all time, and then we had to have this in here. Thanks for reminding us. I mean, and thank you to all the veterans who keep us safe, and they do crap that we don't want to do on a daily basis, and are places that we don't want to go on a daily basis. But holy shit, can we have had like one movie where it's just like all action blast and nobody tragically has anything happen to them at all? Like maybe one guy, he could just get like a rock in his shoe or something, and we could have like, and then the sequel could be the tragedy one, or maybe the next one could be the one without the tragedy. So you can have one where you're like, man, that was fucking awesome. Instead it's like, God, how the fuck do these people even do this shit?
Yeah.
It's especially, I don't know, just I have a brother in the military, and I'm like,
I play a lot of military games, so it means I have no experience whatsoever in the military.
yeah.
Exactly.
What ratings you guys give this?
Holy crap, I haven't thought about this at all. Why don't you guys go first, because I need to think about this.
I give it a 2.5.
Okay, and I would give this a 3-star.
I think I'm gonna go with 3.5. This is like
The nostalgia kind
Just
of bumps it up a bit.
nostalgia, and then like the some of the Darth Maul lightsaber stuff. I mean, my brothers and I, we actually made like sticks and stuff, and we're out there practicing Darth Maul fighting style moves and stuff.
Yeah.
Practicing meaning we're just hitting each other with sticks, and it was pretty funny. But it was pretty cool. Like it showed you what lightsabering could be, and Jedi fighting could be, instead of like this lumbering like.
Yeah.
You look at it and you think a lightsaber weighed like 25 bazillion pounds.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, yeah, because you watch the fucking first movies, the original trilogy, and you're like, wow, okay, so it must be really hard to fucking wield those things. They must like have to fight against him constantly, and the armor, like Vader's armor, must be really, really heavy.
It might just seem like a better idea just to
Those
bring
are-
in a blaster.
Yeah, those are just like some crazy big fucking robes that Obi-Wan's wearing because he apparently can't swing that lightsaber very fast.
Nope.
So, he must be really, really old, and it turns out he's only like 50. So, because I
Oh
imagine
shit! I think you're right.
he's probably like 30 in this movie, right? By the end of the trilogy. And then, another 20 years, he's about 50.
Yeah.
Where Jedi typically, unless something happens to him, they all seem to live a long fucking time. So,
Yeah, it's weird, right? Well, I always imagine
it's
that
always the wizard thing,
he wasn't a Jedi. Like the second he was like their Clone Wars was over and he had to go into hiding.
Yeah.
I always figured he just went into work at a whorehouse.
I mean,
He
why
worked
wouldn't
as-
you?
I mean, he is on Tatooine.
That's
What
what
else
I'm
is he going to
saying.
do, right?
No, I mean like he worked at a whorehouse, meaning that like he had his credits and every day he'd go in and he'd dutifully spend his credits. And he'd live hard. He's like, fuck it, I don't have anybody telling me, fuck off, Yoda. I'm gonna do whatever I want now. Let's get drunk, let's get high, and let's bang hookers. And occasionally we'll trap some Jawas.
He's
You
pissed
know?
off because fucking Yoda gave him the fucking sand planet, where we don't know where Yoda's people are from, but they're probably from somewhere that's like Dagobah. So Yoda's probably just like, fuck yes, I'm fucking back home.
Yeah.
Fucking love the swamp. And
This place has got so many delicious getting high mushrooms.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it.
and Obi-Wan's just like, motherfucker, I'm gonna end up like Anakin here with the fucking sand. I fucking hate sand.
Yeah, it's in my ass crack all day.
You
I
see
walk
my
outside.
bed? I sleep on fucking rocks back there.
Yeah. So then he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go start spending my credits at the whorehouse. Here we go.
And it's a sandy
then
whorehouse too. It's very sandy. in
Yeah.
there.
It is. They're sand everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And
He's got a
everything.
fucking stone scale dick.
And well, the Jedi are not Jewish, so they do not circumcise
No.
the kids.
So there's sand in there.
There's sand all up in there. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. I didn't even think of that. That's like,
Yeah.
oh God.
All right, Ricky. Next week's movie is your choice. What are you gonna
Oh.
choose?
So it's been a little while since we've came back to the original series there. So I was figuring we would do the fifth Harry Potter. I believe that's.
Oh, thank fuck.
I like the way you put that because Eric totally thought we were gonna do Sharknado.
I know.
Yes,
I
I did.
know,
I was
I
like,
know.
oh God,
know.
I'm gonna have to be sick.
I know it.
I'll have to fly out of town.
We'll find you.
Yeah, I know.
We're just gonna be like Liam Neeson, and we have a very particular set of
Neeson's.
skills, and we will find you. But yeah, so we're gonna do the fifth Harry Potter. Which one's that? Oh, that's
Order of Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
With Umbridge.
Did we did watch the fourth one, right?
Yes,
Yes.
we did. The last one we watched was Goblet of Fire.
Yeah. I just don't remember.
Yeah. Now we're on to Umbridge.
Yeah. God, I hate
Bitch.
that fucking
Everyone
turd.
fucking hates her. So which just means she played that part really good.
Yeah. But we'll talk about
Yeah,
that next
well-
week.
Yeah. We'll talk about that
Yeah.
next week.
I think that's it though.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'm good.
I liked the movie. I don't give a shit what anybody
I
has to
like
say.
the movie.
Yeah.
I feel like the original trilogy is very much like there is enough good stuff in the original trilogy for one movie. Like out of all three of those movies, I feel like they could make one good movie out of everything in the three movies. So
Yeah.
there is enough to cut out of those things to make it decent. Star
Well, I mean,
Wars movie.
honestly, if they had 30 minutes of pod racing, I wouldn't be complaining. I'm just saying.
They could, like, honestly, if they made a pod racing TV show,
yeah,
I think I would watch it.
let's just make some real fucking pod racers.
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
Are you kidding me? You realize that would, like, I could just see, could you imagine, Ricky? I want you to imagine Steve having to drive a pod racer.
He would get so fucking
would throw up
nauseous. he would
everywhere.
throw up
It would
everywhere.
literally, he would, as long as Steve got, like, this would be Steve's strategy. He'd just go hard on the throttle, be out front, and then immediately start hurling, and he'd kill everybody else.
It's true. It's true.
Because it'd just be puke flying everywhere, and there'd be fucking,
I'd eat a big
Pocket
meal
worms.
before too.
Uh-huh.
chunks of fucking gummy bears, you
Pocket
know,
worms.
burritos.
I drink some milk too
fucking
before, so I was already
milk?
primed to.
Yeah,
I was if
some-
it for whatever reason didn't make me sick, I'd already been primed to throw up by drinking some milk. I
The next thing
do
you
a
know,
Ron
Steve
Burgundy
is
thing
standing
and
on
drink
the
it.
seat, firing from
Yeah.
both barrels.
Damn it!
Damn it.
I'd Ron Burgundy it and fucking drink it, and it's all warm and shit like that out there. I was like, oh, milk was not a good idea today.
You're like, hold on, guys. I'm gonna really help myself out. Does anybody have some warm mayonnaise? And he mixes in the warm mayonnaise with the milk.
Oh.
Gulp, 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 gulp. T minus starting, and he's like, motherfucker, I should have waited till 3 before I did this.
Oh, man. And with that, that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions, twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure, mixer.com/Turkadur, and twitch.tv/Turkadur Plays. Also, youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. You can follow us on Twitter at HAP Gaming. You can follow me on Twitter at Turkadur. You can follow Erik on Twitter at.
Quick and severe.
You can follow Ricky on Twitter at.
Furry Twitter balls.
You can follow Kelly on Twitter at Sugar Snuggles and Jason on Twitter at Unbelievable1. You can also email us at Steve, Erik, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky at hapgaming.com. Each one of those names individually at hapgaming.com. You can find all the stuff I've been saying in the description on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions and twitch.tv/Turkadur Plays. Thanks for watching, everybody. Join us on Saturday. It's fucking Saturday. What am I talking about? Join us on Wednesday, 7:30 Pacific Time. PM Pacific Time as we play something. I'm not sure what. If Eric's available, maybe we'll play Division if there's no updates. If not, I will probably play some more Spider-Man because I'm almost done with that game and I want to see what happens. And then join us next Sunday, 7 o'clock PM Pacific Time as we talk about Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.